third one, we on a super bantamweight boxing title history. So finished on the start of the reign of the great Marco Antonio Barrera from Mexico. June 2nd, 1995. He defends the title. Marcos Antonio Barrera from Mexico beats Frankie Toledo from the US in the second round. Referee stops the fight against Ledyard in Ledyard. Then, July the 15th, 1995, Marco Antonio Barrera wins in the first round. Referee stops the fight against Muri Diaz from the US in Inglewood. And then, August 22nd, 1995, Marco Antonio Barrera wins on points over 12 rounds against Agapito Sanchez from Dominican Republic in Zapata Island, Texas. So, 1995, Marco Antonio Barrera wins in the 7th round. Referee stops the fight against Eddie Croft from the US in Las Vegas, Nevada. Then, 1996, Marco Antonio Barrera wins in the 12th round. Referee stops the fight against Kennedy McKinney in Los Angeles. Then 1996, Marco Antonio Barrera wins in the 3rd round by KO against Jesse Benavides in Anaheim. Then 1996, Marco Antonio Barrera wins in the 7th round. Referee stops the fight against Orlando Fernandez in Denver. Then 1996, Marco Antonio Barrera wins in the 10th round. Referee stops the fight against Jess Magana from the US in Los Angeles. Then I remember this fight. 1996, Junior Jones from the US wins on disqualification against Marco Antonio Barrera in Tampa. I remember all these fights actually with these two. So, 1997, Junior Jones wins on points over 12 rounds against Marco Antonio Barrera at Las Vegas, Nevada. Then we got, I remember this one. Yeah, so December the 19th. So the Junior Jones, when he wins on points, is on April the 18th, 1997 against Barrera. December the 19th, 1997, Kennedy McKinney wins in the 4th round. Referee stops the fight against Junior Jones in New York. And I remember this fight. October 31st, 1998. Marco Antonio Barrera wins in the 3rd round against Richie Wenton from England by retirement in the 3rd round in Atlantic City, New Jersey for the vacant title. April the 3rd, 1999. Marco Antonio Barrera wins in the 1st round by retirement against Paul Lloyd. I remember that one. London, England. All clean sweep with the English fighters. August the 7th, 1999. Marco Antonio Barrera wins in the 12th round against Pasta Murin from Argentina in Atlantic City, New Jersey. So we're going to go up here to the WBC and WBO titles. So, February the 19th, 2000, Eric Morales wins on points over 12 rounds against Marco Antonio Barrera from Mexico in Las Vegas, Nevada. WBA refused to accept the result of the fight and reinstated Barrera as champion. Morales relinquished the WBC title to box at featherweight. So, WBO title, February 2000, Barrera lost to Eric Morales. Again, it's got it above what happened, but he was reinstated as champion. So, June the 17th, 2000, Marco Antonio Barrera from Mexico wins by KO against Luis Claudio Freitas from Brazil in Mexico City, Mexico. September the 9th, 2000, Marco Antonio Barrera wins on points over 12 rounds against Jose Luis Valbuena from Venezuela in New Orleans. Then December the 1st, 2000, Marco Antonio Barrera wins over 6 rounds by retirement against Jesus Salad from the US in Las Vegas, Nevada. May 2001, Barrera vacated the title after appointing Nazim Mohammed for the vacant IBO featherweight belt, which he then refused to accept. I thought that was for the ring. No, yeah, so April 23rd, 2001. Agapito Sanchez from the Dominican Republic wins in the 7th round against George Monsalvo from Colombia in Las Vegas, Nevada. November the 10th, 2001. Manny Pacquiao gets a technical draw with Agapito Sanchez in Las Vegas, Nevada. Thus, Pacquiao kept the IBF title and Sanchez remained the WBO champion. The WBC title now. So September the 9th, 2000. Willie Jorin from the US wins on points over 12 rounds against Michael Brodie from England. From Manchester, England. He's in Manchester, England. I remember a guy fought him in the amateurs. So again, January 19th, 2001. Willie Jorin from the US wins on points over Oscar Larios from Mexico in Sacramento. Then February 5th, 2002, Willie Jorin draws over 12 rounds against Asamo Sato from Japan in Tokyo, Japan. November the 1st, 2002, Oscar Larios wins in the 1st round. Referee stops the fight against Willie Jorin in Sacramento. Then April 2003, Oscar Larios wins on points over 12 rounds against Shigeru Nakazato from Japan in Tokyo, Japan. September the 7th, 2003, Oscar Larios wins in the 2nd round. Referee stops the fight against Kozo Ishii from Japan and Nagoya, Japan. November the 22nd, 2003, Oscar Larios wins in the 10th round. Referee stops the fight against Napopol Kiat Chokchai. Yeah, so again, I'm butchering the name. So, November the 22nd, 2003, Oscar Larios wins in the 10th round against Napopol Kiatisak Chokchai from Thailand. And that's in Los Angeles. Then at March 6, 2004, Oscar Larios wins on points over 12 rounds against Shigeru Nakazato from Saitama, Japan. November the 27th, 2004, Oscar Larios wins on points over 12 rounds against Nidal Hazin from Australia in Las Vegas. Then February 10th, 2005, Oscar Larios wins on points over 12 rounds against Wayne McCall. I was calling him McCulloch, but I think it's McCulloch from Ireland. And that was in Limor. And then July the 16th, 2005, Oscar Larios wins once more. What's left of Wayne McCulloch in the 10th round, Las Vegas. So, IBF titles and WBC together. December 3rd, 2005, Israel Vasquez from Mexico wins. Referee stops the fight against Oscar Larios, Las Vegas, Nevada. The IBF withdrew recognition of Vasquez. So, I'm going to go down here. Finish this off. So, the WBC title, June 10th, 2006, Israeli Vasquez wins by retirement in the 4th round against Ivan Hernandez from Mexico, Atlantic City, New Jersey. September 16th, 2006, Israeli Vasquez wins in the 10th round. Referee stops the fight against Johnny Gonzalez from Mexico. 10th round, referee stops the fight in Las Vegas, Nevada. March the 3rd, 2007, Rafael Marquez from Mexico wins in the 7th round by retirement against Israel Vasquez in Carson. And then August the 4th, 2007, Israel Vasquez wins in the 6th round. Referee stops the fight against Rafael Marquez in Hidalgo, Texas. March the 1st, 2008, Israel Vasquez wins on points over 12 rounds against Rafael Marquez in Carson. Then the WC sanctioned the following fight for the interim title. So, September the 15th, 2008, Toshiaki Nishioka from Japan wins on points over 12 rounds against Napapo Kiatisa Chokchai from Thailand. 12 rounds points decision there in Yokohama, Japan. January 2009, WBC stripped Vasquez off the title because of a detached retina and left him unable to box. January 3rd, 2009, Chiyoshaki Nishioka from Japan wins in the 12th round. Referee stops the fight against Gennaro Garcia in Yokohama, Japan for the vacant title. Then May 23rd, 2009, Chiyoshaki Nishioka from Japan wins in the 3rd round. Referee stops the fight against Johnny Gonzalez from Mexico in Mexico, Monterrey. So, October 10th, 2009, Chiyoshaki Nishioka wins once more in the 3rd round by retirement against Ivan Hernandez, this time from Mexico in Tokyo, Japan. April the 30th, 2010, Chiyoshaki Nishioka from Japan wins in the 5th round. Referee stops the fight against Balweg Bangoyang from Philippines in Tokyo, Japan. October the 24th, 2010, Chiyoshaki Nishioka from Japan wins on points over 12 rounds against Rendell Monroe from England in Tokyo, Japan. Then April the 8th, 2011, Chiyoshika Nishioka from Japan wins by KO in the 9th round against Mauricio Javier Munez from Argentina in Kobe, Japan. Then October the 1st, 2011, Chiyoshiki Nishioka from Japan wins on points over 12 rounds against Rafael Marquez from Mexico in Las Vegas, Nevada. Nishioka relinquishes the WBA title due to personal reasons and was named champion in emeritus. So, gets a little bit confusing there, but hey ho. So, April the 21st, 2012, Abner Mars from the US wins on points over 12 rounds against Eric Morel from Puerto Rico. Back a bit. And that was in El Paso. Then, you've got November the 10th, 2012, Abner Mars from the US wins on points over 12 rounds against Anselmo Moreno from Panama in Los Angeles. Abner Mars vacated the title. April the 20th, 2013, Victor Terrazas from Mexico wins on points over 12 rounds against Christian Mijaz from Mexico in Mexico City, Mexico for the vacant title. Then, August 24th, 2013, Leo Santa Cruz from Mexico wins by KO in the 3rd round against Victor Terrazas in Carson. And then December the 14th, 2013, Leo Santa Cruz wins on points over 12 rounds against Cesar Cida from Puerto Rico in San Antonio. Then March the 8th, 2014, Leo Santa Cruz wins on points over 12 rounds against Christian Mijaz. That was in Las Vegas. Then September the 13th, 2014, Leo Santa Cruz wins in the 2nd round. Referee stops the fight against Manuel Roman from Mexico in Las Vegas, Nevada. Then January 17th, 2015, Leo Santa Cruz wins in the 8th round. Referee stops the fight against Jesus Ruiz from Mexico in Las Vegas, Nevada. WBC sanctioned the following fight for the interim title. So August the 29th, 2015, Julio Cesar from Mexico wins in the 5th round. Referee stops the fight against Hugo Ruiz from Mexico in Los Angeles. And then February 27th, 2015, Hugo Ruiz wins by KO against Julio Cesar in Anaheim. That's for the WBC title. Then September 16th, 2015, Hosazumi Hasagawa from Japan wins in the 9th round, referee by retirement, against Hugo Ruiz in Osaka, Japan. Then February 25th, 2016, Ray Vargas from Mexico wins some points over 12 rounds against Gavin McDonald from England. That was in Hull, England. And that's for the vacant title. Then we got August 26th, 2017. Ray Vargas wins some points over 12 rounds against Ronnie Rios from the US in Carson. December 2nd, 2017. Ray Vargas wins some points over 12 rounds against Oscar Magret from the US in New York. So we're going to go up here. So the WBO title. August 2002, Joan Guzman from Dominican Republic wins by KO in the 3rd round against Fabio Oliver from Argentina in Cardiff, Wales. Then February 26th, 2004, Joan Guzman wins in 7th round against Agapito Sanchez from Dominican Republic in San Diego. Then April the 22nd, 2005, Joan Guzman wins on points over 12 rounds against Fernando Beltran from Mexico in Hidalgo, Texas. Then Guzman relinquishes the title to box at featherweight. October the 29th, 2005, Daniel Ponce de Leon from Mexico wins on points against Sod Luk Nong Goyang Thai from Thailand. Classical Thailand, long name. So he wins on points, Ponce de Leon, against Sod Luk Nong Goyang Thai from Thailand in Tucson, Arizona for the vacant title. So then, May 27th, 2006, Daniel Ponce de Leon from Mexico wins by KO in the 2nd round. Then Gerson Guerrero from Mexico in 2nd round KO in Carson. July the 15th, 2006, Daniel Ponce de Leon wins by KO against Sod Luk Nong Goyang Thai from Thailand. He wins by KO in the 1st round, Las Vegas, Nevada. Then October the 21st, 2006, Daniel Ponce de Leon wins in the 8th round. Referee stops the fight against Al Seeger from the US in El Paso, Texas. Then March 17th, 2007, Daniel Ponce de Leon wins over 12 rounds on points against Jerry Penaloza from the Philippines in Las Vegas, Nevada. Yeah, he fought Duke McKenzie. I'm sure he did. I remember seeing that fight. Lighter weight that was, I'm sure. August 11th, 2007, Daniel Ponce de Leon wins in the 1st round. Referee stops the fight against Ray Bautista from Philippines, Sacramento. December the 8th, 2007, Daniel Ponce de Leon wins over 12 rounds against Eduardo Escobedo from Mexico and Las Vegas. Then June 7th, 2008, Juan Manuel Lopez from Puerto Rico wins in the 1st round. Referee stops the fight against Daniel Ponce de Leon in Atlantic City, New Jersey. October the 4th, 2008, Juan Manuel Lopez wins by KO in the 1st round against Cesar Figueroa from Mexico. Yes, Cesar Figueroa from Mexico in Hatarey, Puerto Rico. wins by KO Lopez. Then he wins again in the first round. December the 6th, 2008, Jean Manuel Lopez wins in the first round. Referee stops the fight against Sergio Medina from Argentina in Las Vegas, Nevada. Then April the 25th, 2009, Jean Manuel Lopez wins in the 10th round by retirement against Jerry Penaloza from the Philippines. 10th round retirement. He wins Lopez in Bayamon, Puerto Rico. June 27, 2009, Jean Manuel Lopez different fighter, wins by retirement against Olivier Lonche. That's from Cameroon there. 9th round retirement, he wins there, Atlantic City, New Jersey. Then October the 10th, 2009, Jean Manuel Lopez wins on points over 12 rounds against Rogers Matagwa from Tanzania. 12 rounds point decision for Lopez in New York. Jean Manuel Lopez relinquishes the title to box at featherweight. So we got February 27th, 2010, Wilfredo Vasquez Jr. from Puerto Rico. That must be, it must be related to Senior. Yeah, it is obviously. Wins by KO in the 4th round against Marvin Sonsono from the Philippines. 4th round KO for Vasquez Jr. in Bayamon, Puerto Rico for the vacant title. Then May 29th, 2010, Wilfredo Vasquez Jr. wins in the 10th round. Referee stops the fight against Zsolt Bedak from Hungary. 10th round referee stops the fight in Bayamon, Puerto Rico. October the 16th, 2010, Wilfredo Vasquez Jr. wins in the 11th round. Referee stops the fight. It's Ivan Hernandez, Mexico, in Kissimmee. And then May the 7th, 2011, George Acra from Mexico wins in the 12th round. Referee stops the fight against Wilfredo Vasquez Jr. in Las Vegas, Nevada. Then September the 24th, 2011, George Acra. I think he won about 4 weight divisions in the end for the minor titles, George Acra. One of that select crew. George Acra wins, referee stops the fight in the 4th round against so May the 7th, 2011, George Acra, Mexico, wins in 12th round. Referee stops the fight against Wilfred Vasquez Jr., Las Vegas, Nevada. Then September the 24th, 2011, George Acra wins in the 4th round against Simthui Nongqui from South Africa. In Mexicali, Mexico, Acra relinquishes the WBO title to box for the WBO bantamweight title. That's below, super. So again, that's quite rare going down like that. But again, February the 4th, 2012, Nonito Donatere from the Philippines, 4-time champ, 4 different weight division champ, wins on points over 12 rounds against Wilfredo Vasquez Jr. 12 rounds points decision in San Antonio. July 7th, 2012, Nonito Donatere wins on points over 12 rounds against referee Mafabula. 12 rounds points decision in Carson. Then October the 13th, 2012, Nonito Donatere wins in the 9th round. Referee stops the fight against Toshioka Nishioka from Japan in Carson. And then December the 15th, 2012, Nonito Donatere wins by KO against George Acra in Houston, Texas. So the IBF and WBO titles, have a little check here. Yeah, the IBF and WBO titles. So June the 7th, 2012, Nonito Donateur wins on points over 12 rounds against Jeffrey Mathebula. 12 rounds points decision for Donateur in Baja, Mexico. WBA and IBF titles. November the 21st, 2008. Celestino Caballero wins in the 4th round. Referee stops the fight against Steve Molitor from Canada in Rama, Canada. Then April the 30th, 2009. Celestino Caballero wins on points over 12 rounds against Jeffrey Mathebula from South Africa in Panama City, Panama. Then August the 29th, 2009. Celestino Caballero wins in the 8th round by retirement against Francisco Lille from Mexico in Mexicali, Mexico. And then so we go for the IBF title. Celestino Caballero relinquishes the title. So March 27th, 2010, Steve Molitor wins on points over 12 rounds against Takalani Ndlovu from South Africa in Rama, Canada. 12 rounds point decision for Molitor. Then September 11th, 2010, Steve Molitor wins on points over 12 rounds against Jason Booth from England in Houghton-le-Spring, England. Then March 26th, 2011, Takalani Ndlovu wins on points over 12 rounds against Steve Molitor in Johannesburg, South Africa. Then March 26th, 2011, Takalani Ndlovu wins on points over 12 rounds against Jason Molitor in Johannesburg, South Africa. Just add that one. But then we're going to go October 29th, 2011. Takalani Ndlovu wins on points over 12 rounds against Giovanni Caro from Mexico in Colima, Mexico. Then March 24th, 2012. Jeffrey Mathebula wins on points over 12 rounds against Takalani Ndlovu in Brakpan, South Africa. Nonito Donateur vacated after unifying the IBF and WBO titles, beating Jeffrey Mathebula. So February the 16th, 2013, Jonathan Romero from Colombia wins on points over 12 rounds against Alejandro Lopez from Mexico in Tijuana, Mexico for the vacant title. Then August the 17th, 2013, Kiki Martinez from Spain wins in the 6th round by a referee stopping the fight against Jonathan Romero in Kansas City, New Jersey. December the 21st, 2013, Kiko Martinez wins on points over 12 rounds against Jeffrey Mathebula. That was in Elche, Spain. Then April the 23rd, 2014, Kiko Martinez wins in the 7th round. Referee stops the fight against Hozumi Hasegawa from Japan. It's in Osaka, Japan. Then September the 6th, 2014, Carl Frampton from Northern Ireland wins on points over 12 rounds against Kiko Martinez. That was in Belfast, France. And then February 28th, 2015, Carl Frampton wins in the 5th round. Referee stops the fight against Chris Avalos from the USA in Belfast, Northern Ireland. July the 18th, 2015, Carl Frampton wins on points over 12 rounds against Alejandro Gonzalez Jr. from Mexico in El Paso, Texas. Then the WBA title. The WBA declared Celestino Caballero to be the unified champion upon his victory over Steve Molitor and sanctioned the following fight for the vacant world title. So here we go. March 21st, 2009, Bernard Dunn from Ireland wins the 11th round. Referee stops the fight against Ricardo Cordoba. Okay, that's in Dublin, Ireland. And then the WBA sanctioned the following fight for the interim title. The winner to challenge Dunn for the title. So April the 30th, 2009, that really good Muay Thai fighter, Poonswat Kratindin Jim from Thailand, wins in 9th round. Referee stops the fight against Rafael Hernandez from Venezuela. Patum Thani, Thailand. So September 26th, 2009, Poonswat Kratindin Jim wins by KO in the 3rd round against Bernard Dunn at Dublin, Ireland. Then January 11th, 2010, Poonswat Kratindin Jim wins on points over 12 rounds against Satoshi Hosono from Japan in Tokyo, Japan. Then May 20th, 2010, Poonswat Kratindin Jim from Thailand wins by KO in the 4th round against Shoji Kimura from Japan and Maha Sarakahayam in Thailand. Then October 2nd, 2010, Roy Lee from Japan wins on points over 12 rounds against Poonswat Kratindin Jim from Thailand in Tokyo, Japan. And then January 31st, 2011, Akafumu Shimoda from Japan wins on points over 12 rounds against Royo Lee from Japan in Tokyo, Japan. Then June 9th, 2011, Ricky Ramos from US wins by KO in the 7th round against Akafumi Shimoda in Latitude, New Jersey. Then January 20th, 2012, Guillermo Redondo from Cuba wins by KO against Rico Ramos, Las Vegas, Nevada. June 9th, 2012, Guillermo Redondo from Cuba wins in the 5th round. Referee stops the fight against Tion Kennedy from US in Las Vegas, Nevada. September the 15th, 2012, Guillermo Redondo wins on points over 12 rounds against Robert Mariquin from US. 12 rounds point decision, Las Vegas, Nevada. If I can finish this one, all in this one. I think I can. Yeah, so I'm going to whiz through these. So you can finish it. So we'll carry on from there. So WBA sanctioned the following for the interim title. November 13th, 2010, Guillermo Redondo wins on points over 12 rounds against Ricardo Cordoba from Panama in Arlington. And then March 19th, 2011, Guillermo Redondo wins in the 1st round. Referee stops the fight against Willie Casey from Ireland in Dublin, Ireland. Then June 6th, 2012, Scott Quigg from England wins in a technical draw 3rd round against Randall Munro from England in Manchester, England. Then November 24th, 2012, Scott Quigg wins in the 6th round. Referee stops the fight against Randall Munro, Manchester, England. Scott Quigg was upgraded to full champion. Then October the 5th, 2013, Scott Quigg draws with Andres Salinas from Cuba. 12 rounds draw, London, England. November the 23rd, 2013, Scott Quigg wins in the 2nd round. Referee stops the fight against Diego Oscar Silva from Argentina, Manchester, England. Then April the 19th, 2014, Scott Quigg wins in the 2nd round. Referee stops the fight against Sheffiwa Manye from South Africa, Manchester, England. 2nd round, referee stops the fight for Quigg. September the 13th, 2014, Scott Quigg wins in the 3rd round. Referee stops the fight against Stefan Jame from, I think that's Belgium or Belarus, one of the two. Manchester, England. Then November the 22nd, 2014, Scott Quigg wins on points over 12 rounds against Hidenori Otake from Japan, Liverpool, England. That was in. WBA sanctioned the following for the interim title. December 11th, 2014, Oscar Ascandan from Colombia wins on points over 12 rounds against Tyson Cave, Canada. Then Tamakula And that was April the 18th, 2015. Moises Flores from Mexico wins on points over 12 rounds against Oscar Escandon. And that is Carson. And then July the 18th, 2015, Scott Quick wins in the second round. Referee stops the fight against Kiko Martinez from Spain in Manchester, England. And then September the 22nd, 2015, Moises Flores wins in the 12th round against Luis Emmanuel Cosolito from Argentina in Bethlehem. So, WBA and WBO super titles. April 13th, 2013, Guillermo Redondo wins on points over 12 rounds. It's Nonito Donatere from Philippines in New York. December the 7th, 2013, Guillermo Redondo from Cuba wins on points over 12 rounds. It's Joseph Agbeco, Kansas City, New Jersey. Then July the 19th, 2014, Guillermo Redondo from Cuba wins by KO against Sod Koke Jim from Thailand in the first round, Macau, China, that was in. December 31st, 2014, Guillermo Redondo from Cuba wins 11th round by retirement against the Sashi Amagasa from Japan in Osaka, Japan. Try and squeeze this on. So July 16th, 2016, Guillermo Redondo wins in the second round by retirement against James Dickens from England, Cardiff, Wales. June 17th, 2017, Guillermo Redondo wins in the first round by no contest. Moises Flores, that was against Mexico, he was from, Las Vegas. IBF and WBA titles together. February 27th, 2016, Carl Frampton wins on points over 12 rounds against Scott Quick from England in Manchester, England. IBF title, July 20th, 2016, Joanne Guzman from Dominican Republic wins 11th round against Shingo Wake from Japan in Osaka, Japan. 11th round referee stops the fight for the vacant IBF title. December 31st, 2016. Yokinori Aguni from Japan wins on points over 12 rounds against Joanne Guzman from Dominican Republic in Kyoto, Japan. September 13th, 2017, Ryosuke Iwaza from Japan wins in the 6th round. Referee stops the fight against Yokinori Ugunu from Japan in Osaka, Japan. WBA title we finish. So, WBA sanctioned the following fight for the interim titles. So, June 11th, 2016, Moises Flores wins on points over 12 rounds against Paulos Ambanda from Nambia in Windhoek, Nambia. And then June 24th, 2016, Noam Sermeno from Venezuela wins in 12th round. Referee stops the fight against Zhangjian Kui from China in Beijing, China. Referee stops the fight in the 12th round for Sermeno for the vacant WBA title. Then September the 30th, 2016, Nahamar Sermeno wins by KO in the 3rd round against Anurag Thesa from Thailand in Wenzhou, China. December the 17th, 2016, Nahomo Sermeno wins on points over 12 rounds against Xiaoxian Qiu from China in Hangzhou, China. So then we got April the 9th, 2017, Shun Kubo from Japan wins in 10th round by retirement against Naohama Sermeno. And that was in Osaka, Japan. And we finish September the 3rd, 2017. Daniel Roman from the US wins in 9th round against Shun Kubo from Kyoto, Japan. That's the end of the Super Bantamweight boxing title history. Bantamweight's next. Bang.